country road, take me home to a backwoods creek down a long dirt road. If it means no headstone, at least I'll be where I belong. I represent the country, yeah, I love the slums. Raised off in the sticks, man, this is where I come from. Love crackling cornbread, collar and cornbed. Southern by the grace of God, and when I'm gone, country dead. I ride them dirt roads, sometime to reach that destination. Ducked off in Jones Wood, it's like I'm always on vacation. Blaze up the bonfire, calling up my country folk. Just filled up that mason jar, light the pine and take a smoke. It's all good, we all fine. They Marcus brought the moonshine. Kid Rocky in the dashboard, he just shaking in the moonlight. It's something about them back roads stretching out across the county line. It takes me back to my days of young when my grandma was my sunshine. I love all the things that the country bring. Backwood riding little country lane on the front porch with my girl and kids. Cause the smell of beneath the country rain may not mean that much to some, but to me it's where my heart belongs. I'm calling on them country roads, them the ones that take me home. Country road, take me home, to a backwoods creek, down a long dirt.
What so proudly wail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the
Good evening and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. It's the Hontz Performance Super Late Models qualifiers here tonight, presented to you by Ivy Decor. With the championship payout tonight, 2 servers qualifying for 24 spots for 5 races starting next week at Wheatland, Missouri. On the track right now, qualifying is going on. Chris Beavers in the 77 machine. Early 16th, as you see Evan C on top of charts with Blake Majulis, Mason Inman, Chase Barbara, and Richie Yost, your top 5 here at Lucas Oil Raceway. It looks like Beavers is going to call it quits. Next on the track at car number 211, the House of Speed, it is Daniel Mills. Daniel Mills into 211, goes 13 quick on his first time. And he will stay 13th quick. On the track, just making some extra laps. In car number 33, it's Evan Say. Evan Say in car number 33. Also on the track, making some laps in car number 127. It is Blake Majulis. Blake Majulis in a 127. Also on the track in car number 31, it's Robbie Buchanan. He's currently 12th on the speed charts. So let's go over what will be happening tonight. It's going to be qualifying 2 laps, 8-lap heat races, the top 4 going to the future, and then an LCQ, 12 laps, top 6 will be going to the future. Out of the future races, 30 laps, the top 12 will qualify in for next week, a 5-race series. And then after this race at 8 p.m. Central, make sure to tune in to the Hontz Performance Facebook page of the broadcast, as they will have lobby number 2. Well, they get another 12 drivers, and it will equal to 24 starting next week. The championship payout for the 5 races looks like this. If you win the championship, it'd be $400. Second place will be $200. Third will be $150. Fourth will be $100. And fifth is $50. It is free entry for the top 24 drivers who make it starting next week here at Wheatland. All races will be at Wheatland at Lucas Oil Speedway. On the track right now, making a time lap in car number 87 is Daniel Elkins. Daniel Elkins into 87. 21 drivers have signed up tonight. Make sure to hit that like, follow button, share out the broadcast. We sure do appreciate you tuning in. Bobby Hontz doing one hell of a job with this series. Getting it off the ground to get it running and giving a place for the drivers to race at. Sure do appreciate Bobby Hontz and Jennifer Hontz for that. So Ivy Decor sponsoring the points payout. Make sure to check them out. There is Daniel Elkins, currently 19th on the speed chart. Looks like he's going to make just a couple more laps around the track, trying to fill it out. Qualifying coming to the end. Let's take a look at your qualifying results on the board. Your top 5 will look like this. Evan Say, Blake Majulis, Mason Inman, Chase Barber, and Richie Yost. Here is your heat race lineup for heat race number 1. And on the pole, in the VLR car number 33 is Evan C. And to his outside, in car number 23 is Chase Barbara. Row number 2 to the inside, in car number 45 is Kyle Jarrett. And to his outside, in D1RT Racing, car number 18 is Jason Salter. Actually, the car number 10. Row number 3 to the inside to be Daniel Mills in the 211, and Josh Fuller to his outside in Rocket One Esports. And rounding out your field to be Daniel Elkins. Eight laps the distance to top 4, making it to the future. Also, the top 3 in the championship will get trophies along with the cash prize. So make sure, if you're not in this lobby, you join the second lobby coming up at 8 Central. Lights go out in the pace car. Evan C will bring the field out turn number 4. You see the pace truck pulling off into the pit road there. Green flag is out. We're racing out turn number 4. Good start for Evan C. in the 33. The 23 of Chase Barber in his hip pocket. They go into turn number 1. 4 wide, momentarily contact with Jason Salter. And the 45 of Kyle Jarrett. Jarrett will drop to the back. Right now, Evan C. running a little slider line there out of turn number 4. He would lead lap number 1 of 8. In turn number 1, you see the top 2 start to pull away. Daniel Mills in that 3rd spot. Jason Salter in 3rd. A battle for 4th with Josh Fuller and Kyle Jarrett. Daniel Elkins rounding out the rear. Lap number 2, give it to Evan C. as he continues to lead. Look at Chase Barber starting to reel him in. Out of turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway. Those top 2 are pulling away from Daniel Mills. Daniel Mills in that 211 machine. Jason Salter in the 10, currently running at 4th, the 4th and final transfer spot on the track. Right now, the field pretty much single filed out. As they head down the back straightaway, Evan C. goes to the bottom. It will slide up to the top on the exit, turn number 4. Halfway down, halfway to go in heat race number 1. Chase Barber closing up right there out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. He's in striking distance as they go into turn number 3. He's following the same line as Evan C. is out of turn number 4. The distance hasn't changed much between Evan C. and Chase Barber. And then with Barber and Mills for that 2nd and 3rd spot on the track. Jason Salter in that 4th and final transfer spot. Coming out turn number 4, 2 laps to go for Evan C. Evan C. in that 33 Team VLR machine. House of Speed car number 23. That's Chase Barber in that 2nd spot. Evan C. is starting to pull away from Chase Barber just a little bit. Look, Chase Barber did a different line that time. White flag is out. 1 more to go in heat race number 1. Out to turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Coming out turn number 4 to pick up heat race number 1 win is Evan C. Chase Barber in 2nd, Daniel Mills in 3rd. As we take a look at your heat race results, Evan C., Chase Barber, Daniel Mills, Jason Salter, your top 4. Josh Fuller, Kyle Jarrett, and Daniel Elkins rounds out your field. Here's your starting lineup for heat race number 2 and on the pole. In the 127, it's Blake Majolis to his outside. He hails out of Indiana. It's Richie Yost in the 28. Row number 2 to the inside, the NLRA Mid-South Mafia. Car number 11 is Cody Nevin. And to his outside, the Mid-South Mafia NLRA. Car number 4, it shows on the board, is Devin Nelson. Row number 3 to the inside, the Rocket One Esports. Car number 2, Chance Carr. And to his outside, the Mid-South Mafia. Car number 109 is James Braswell. And rounding out your field, the Beaver Racing Team. Car number 77, Chris Beavers. Blake Majolis and Richie Yost, your front row. Lights will go out this time at the flag stand. The field is racked and stacked. We're going to let them loose out of turn number 4 for another 8 laps. Just remember the top 12 in this feature and the top 12 in server number 2 will make a field of 24 that will compete in 5 races starting next week for a $400 championship to the champion, paying out the top 5 spots with the top 3 also receiving trophies. Green flag is out. We're racing out of turn number 4. Blake Majolis, a good start for him. Look at Richie Yost in his hip pocket going into turn number 1. Cody Nevin and the 6 Ed Nelson, they're side by side for third down the back straightaway. Give it to Nelson on the outside as Nevin digs it deep there. Out of turn number 4, complete lap number 1. It's going to be Blake Majolis. Richie Yost, he's digging it deep there, pulls alongside him, but he's going to lose ground. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Chance Carr and James Braswell Jr. made contact out of turn number 2. No harm, no foul as we continue to go as we complete lap number 2 of this 8-lap heat race. Richie Yost is trying to make something happen on the bottom line. Just can't make it work just yet. Track looks pretty narrow as Blake Majolis is your race leader to 127. Cody Nevin now in the hip pocket of the 6 of Devin Nelson. Nelson there slides up on the exit turn number 2. Nevin closes up on the back bumper. Out of turn number 4, cross flags in the air, halfway down, halfway to go, and look at Nevin at the line. He had that third spot. Out of turn number 2, Nevin running the outside. He does get around Devin Nelson. Cody Nevin in the 11, Nelson in the 6. A good race for that third spot. Now Cody Nevin does clear Nelson. Now the field is single filed out as they head out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Majules actually this time goes in on the upper top line. Out of turn number 4, 2 laps to go for MC as he started to pull away from that 29 of Richie Yost. Look at the 11 of Cody Nevin, throws it in there, tries to make something happen with Richie Yost there, could not. He'll fall back in line. Out of turn number 4, the white flag's waving. One more to go here at Wheatland for heat race number 2. Down the back straightaway for the final time into turn number 3. Coming out turn number 4, your heat race number 2 winner is Blake Majulis, Richie Yost, and Cody Nevin, and Devin Nelson, your top 4. As we look at your official results on the board, Blake Majulis, Richie Yost, Cody Nevin, Devin Nelson, James Braswell, Jeter Chance Carr, and Chris Beavers rounds out your field. Here's your starting lineup for heat race number 3. And on the pole, in car number 7 is Mason Inman, and to his outside is JC Floyd in the 18. Row number 2, the House of Speed, car number 92 is Tristan Lanisher, and to his outside in car number 29 is Robbie Buchanan Jr. Row number 3 to the inside in car number 318 is Matthew Katina, and to his outside, Talon Norco. And rounding out your field in the 4018 VLR, it is Dylan Yeager. Alrighty. Lights are going out in Flagstaff. Another 8 laps of distance in heat race number 3. Mason Inman and JC Floyd on the front row. Into turn number 3. Coming out turn number 4, Inman on the loud pedal. We're racing. JC Floyd in that second spot. Look at Tristan to the inside in that 92 machine. He's digging in deep, trying to make something happen out turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Floyd and Lanisher side by side, and he's not done yet. Tristan's trying to go for the lead, but could not do it. Mason leads lap number 1. Tristan trying to get the bottom to work as JC Floyd to his outside. And right behind JC Floyd is Robbie Buchanan in that 31. As lap number 2 in the books for Inman. Tristan Lansher, your race or second place. And now look at the 31 of Robbie Buchanan. He's going for a 2 for the price of 1. And out of turn number 4, he is in second. Good job there by Robbie Buchanan. But there's Tristan with a slide job. He will clear him. Robbie Buchanan back underneath him out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. By them doing this, that's allowing Inman to pull away. Out of turn number 4, we're halfway down, halfway to go in heat race number 3. Inman running the high line there. Buchanan running the slider line. And then you have Tristan Lansher there in the 92. He goes to the bottom at turn number 1. He'll slide up in front of Buchanan. Well, Buchanan went around him on the outside. Good battle for second. Tristan with a slide job. Buchanan back underneath them out of 4. Give it to Buchanan at the line for the second spot. 2 laps to go. Look at Dylan Yeager now trying to get around to 18 of JC Floyd. That's the battle for 4th and 5th on the track. Coming out of turn. Oh, contact between Tristan and Buchanan. Buchanan's slowing down on the front straightaway. He's going to lose a couple of spots. White flag in air for Mason Inman there. Inman to Turn number 3 coming out of turn number 4. Mason Inman will pick up heat race number 3 win. Tristan with second place. JC Floyd and Dylan Yeager, your top 4. Take a look at your official results here on the board. Mason Inman, Tristan Lasher, JC Floyd, Dylan Yeager, your top 4. Tyler Norco, Matthew Katina, and Robbie Buchanan rounds out your field. What's going to happen now? There's a 5-minute warm-up. These drivers are going to try to widen out the track a little bit to have some good racing surface. While they're doing that, we'll go over some stuff with the Hontz Performance League. Don't forget the second race tonight at 8 p.m. Central will be live on Facebook, on the Hontz Performance Facebook. Make sure to tune into that. If you want to race in it, you can join that race. And all you have to do is finish in the top 12 in the future. So this is how it looks. So 2 races tonight as we are covering race number 1 of the Hontz Performance Super Late Models, presented to you by Ivy Decor. These drivers in the future race will race for 30 laps. The top 12, that top 12 in the finishing order will qualify for next week's 5 race championship with 400 to win for the champion. Then we have lobby number 2 going up at 8 Central. That'll be, like I said, broadcasted on the Hontz Performance Facebook page. The top 12 in the future from that server will also join the top 12 from this server starting next week. The championship payout for the 5 races is $400 for first, $200 for second, $150 for third, fourth, $100, fifth is $50, with the top 3 receiving trophies. The championship payout courtesy of Ivy Decor. Make sure to check them out. Warm-ups going on the Speedway right now as they try to widen out this track, get it racing for future race time, because they got a short distance of 30 laps to get it done. Evan C. will be your pole sitter tonight in heat race number 1. Or winning heat race number 1. And Blake Majulis will start outside of the front row. Mason Inman will start inside row number 2. Those are your winners from earlier in the heat races. So everyone making the feature from the heat races tonight, because we had 21 drivers that signed up. Make sure to tell your friends they're on iRacing to get signed up for this second race. You can go to the Hontz Performance Discord page. Let Bobby know you want to sign up. He'll get you all set up for the qualifier for race number 2. On top of the charts right now in final practice or warm-ups is Chase Barber on top of the charts with Jason Salter, Blake Majulis, Matthew Katina, Mason Inman, the top 5 in speeds. Want to thank Bobby Hontz for giving these drivers a place to run on Friday nights. Make sure you come out and support the broadcast. Support, by watching the broadcast on Friday nights if you're not racing in the series. Make sure to come out and watch it. Support them. Give them a like, give them a follow. It's on the Hontz Performance Facebook page. You don't want to miss it. It's pretty excitement going on the track and on air. Definitely enough to keep you entertained one way or another. As we're closing up on the final practice here, fixing to start our feature race. 30 laps of top 12, making it into the series for next week. Make sure to hit that like and follow button, share out the broadcast. We sure do appreciate you tuning in tonight on Ultimate Dirt TV. Don't forget to go to our YouTube channel, hit subscribe. It doesn't cost you a thing. We have over 18K followers on Ultimate Dirt TV. All right, the checker flag is waving. We're fixing to get ready. All right, your starting lineup for the Hontz Performance Super Late Models, presented by IV Decor. On the front row, the VLR, car number 33, Evan C. And to his outside, his teammate, and car number 127 is Blake Majulis. Row number 2 to the inside, car number 7 is Mason Inman. And to his outside, and car number 23, Chase Barbara. Row number 3 to the inside, and car number 28 is Richie Yost, or actually 29, excuse me, Richie Yost, and to his outside, Tristan Ladisher, and car number 92 in the House of Speed. Row number 4 to the inside is Daniel Mills in the 211, and to his outside, and car number 11, the NLRA Mid-South Mafia, Cody Nevin. Row number 5 to the inside, car number 18 is JC Floyd, and to his outside, D1RT Racing, car number 10, Jason Salter. Row number 6 to the inside is Devin Nelson, the 6, and Dylan Yeager in the 48 to his outside. Row number 7 to the inside is Josh Fuller in the 12, and to his outside, the 109 of James Braswell Jr. Row number 8 is Tylen Norco, and to his outside, Kyle Jarrett. Row number 9 to the inside is Chance Carr. To the outside, Matthew Katina. Row number 10 to the inside is Daniel Elkins and Chris Beavers to his outside. And rounding out the field tonight is Robbie Buchanan. Lights are going out the flag stand. We're going 30 laps. We're going to take the top 12 out of this server. They get advanced to next week's 5-race series 400 to win championship. Evan C on the pole. Blake Majulis on his outside there. Here at Lucas Oil Raceway. In turn number 3 coming out of turn number 4. Evan C's on the loud pedal. We're racing for 30 laps here. Green flag is out. Evan C to the early race lead. He goes to the bottom. He will slide up. There you see Majulis looking to the outside. He doesn't gain anything down the back straightaway. Evan C goes to the top shelf. C stays to the bottom. Out turn number 4, leading lap number 1. Give it to Evan C. Blake Majulis in second. Then you have Chase Barber, Mason Inman, Tristan Lasher, and Daniel Mills and Cody Nevin. They're two balanced side by side. Mills to the bottom, Nevin. And look at Richie Yost making a 3 right through the middle. Right now, in 12th spot is Devin Nelson, that 6 machine. And James Braswell Jr. is on the outside looking in the top 12. Completing lap number 3 in the books is Evan C. Blake Majulis. Blake Majulis run the high slide. Evan C. run the slider. Now look at Majulis closes up to the back bumper as they go into turn number 3. Majulis looks a little quicker on the top shelf. Evan C. making that slider line work. But here comes Majulis, closes up in the hurry out of turn number 2. The top 2 start to pull away from Chase Barber in that 3rd spot. Mason Inman and Tristan Lasher right there in 4th. 5th is Daniel Mills. And then you have Cody Nevin and Richie Yost battling side by side. The 18 of Jason Salter and JC Floyd right there battling side by side. Dylan Yeager and Devin Nelson is in your top 12. Josh Fuller right now is the driver on the outside looking in. Meanwhile, your race leader, 33 of Evan C, continued to lead here, starting to pull away actually from Blake Majulis out of turn number 4. Lap number 7 in the books. The bubble spot right now still belongs to JC Floyd as Josh Fuller has made it into the top 12. JC Floyd currently running in that 12th spot in 18. James Braswell Jr. on the outside looking in. Now it's Fuller in 12th. Fuller and JC Floyd, they're battling for the transfer into the series. Meanwhile, Evansy continues to lead as we complete lap number 9 in the books. In turn number 1, Evansy stays at the bottom of the 127. Blake Majulis getting the high side to work for him. Into turn number 3, coming out of turn number 4. 20 laps to go here at Wheatland at Lucas Oil Raceway. Evansy goes to the top shelf now. Blake Majulis right behind him. Those two still pulling away from your third place of Chase Barbara. Mason Inman there in that 4th spot. 5th is Tristan Lasher. Cody Devin in 6th. Daniel Mills is 7th. 8th is Dylan Yeager. 9th is Jason Salter in that 10 machine. Josh Fuller in 10th. James Braswell Jr. in 11th. And Richie Yost is now on the bubble in that 12th spot in the 29 machine. Devin Nelson is now on the outside looking in. Meanwhile, caution out on the racetrack. Take a look at your instant replay. Kyle Jarrett in the 45. Well, that can't be him. Has to be Tyler Norco, maybe? It was somebody in the back. Maybe it was Robbie Buchanan. Robbie Buchanan in that 31 machine. Let's see if it's him. Nope. Caution just comes out. So unsure of the caution. Which driver brought it out. But Evan C. and Blake Majulis on this restart. This is going to wow. That's right. Free entry, BJ. Top 12 in the feature. So you might as well join up. That's for sure. Green flag is out for the restart. Look at Blake Majulis to the inside. The 33 of Evan C. to the outside. Out turn number 2. Evan C. with a run. He's your race leader going to turn number 3. The 23 of Chase Barber looking to the outside of Blake Majulis out of turn number 4. He can't make it happen, but your top 3 single filed out. Chase Barber trying to make that bottom work, but he just can't get it done off the turns. Mason Inman in the 7 machine, and Tristan Lasher there in the 5th spot. James Braswell Jr. in that 109 is in that 12th spot. J.C. Floyd is on the outside looking in. 3-way battle right there for that 12th spot. Meanwhile, turns 3 and 4. They're going to the bottom. And looks like caution out for Daniel Mills in the 211. Now the 18 involved. Daniel Mills in the 211 was at a 90-degree angle that caused the caution for my racing. So if you just tuned in, let's go over it. 2 lobbies tonight. The first one right now. The top 12 in the future will go to a 5-race championship starting next week. Lobby number 2, the top 12 in that 30-lap feature would join these top 12 for a field of 24 for 5 races, 400 to win, and Hontz Performance. Super Late Models presented to you by Ivy Decor. $400 to win the championship. Second place, 200. Third is 150. Fourth, 100. And fifth in the championship is $50. The top 3 also receiving trophies. Coming back to the restart on lap number 16, we're back to racing. Evan C on the loud pedal. Into turn number 1, C goes to the bottom, but Jules to the high side. C will slide up, but Jules with the run out 2 will look to the bottom. Side by side into turn number 3. Jules inches ahead just a tad bit, but out of turn number 4. Let's look. Give it to Majules at the line. Now Majules clears him with a slide. Job to 33, going to duck underneath him. Evan C down in the back straightaway. Into turn number 3, they're side by side. Both drivers slide up just a little bit at the line. It's going to be Blake Majules. The third place driver is Chase Barber. Chase Barber into 23. Then you got Mason Inman, Cody Nevin, Jason Salter, and Tristan Lasher there. In just your top 7. In that 12th spot is Dylan Yeager right now. And the bubble spot, Matthew Catita on the outside looking in. James Braswell Jr., if you're fans of him, he is in the show right now in that 11th spot. Daniel Mills caution on the racetrack. Robbie Buchanan Jr. Robbie Buchanan in the 31 machine. He gets tapped from Daniel Mills and around he goes. Brings out caution number 2. Or 3, excuse me. Daniel Mills gets in the hip pocket. Looks underneath the skirt of the 31 of Robbie Buchanan. Blake Majules scored as your race leader. Don't forget lobby number 2, Hontz Performance Broadcasting. Make sure you tune in to the Hontz Performance Facebook page. Base truck pulls off at turn number 2 there. Leaves the field in the hands of Blake Majules as we rack him and stack him down the back straightaway. 10 laps to go at the line. Green flag is back out. Majules to the race lead, goes to the top shelf of turn number 1. Look at Cody Nevin there trying to make the bottom work. He's up to 5th spot. Cody Nevin 11. He's not done there. He's working on Mason Inman in that 7 machine, but at the line, Blake Majules continues to lead. C and Barbara, your top 3. Mason Inman in the 7, Cody Nevin, Tristan Lasher, Jason Salter, Richie Yost, Josh Fuller, James Braswell, Dylan Yeager, and J.C. Floyd are your top 12. Devin Nelson's on the outside looking in to qualify for the 5-race series starting next week with the Hontz Performance presented to you by Ivy Decor. Evan C goes to the bottom there, 1 and 2, trying to make something happen. Can't do it. He loses the ground out of turn number 2. Now C goes to the top shelf as caution is out on the racetrack. Matthew Catita bringing out your 4th caution of the night. In that 318 car right there. He's to the inside of Nelson, but then the 18 gets into him, J.C. Floyd, and that will spin Catita out, bringing out your 4th caution. Make sure to check out Ivy Decor. A lot of neat things for you to get, to purchase. You're watching the Hontz Performance Super Late Models here at Wheatland, Missouri, the Lucas Oil Speedway. As we're still under, actually we're going green. Single file restart because we're within 10 to go. When we take the green flag, it'll be 6 laps to go to the end of the race. Green flag is a waving. Blake Majulis on lap pedal. We're back to racing here at Wheatland. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Look at the top 4 going to the high side. Cody Nevin still trying to make that bottom work as he's trying to get around Mason Inman there. Mason Inman in that 4th spot. 5 laps to go for Blake Majulis. Chance Carr sitting on a bubble right now in that 2 machine. As Daniel Mills is on the outside looking in, he's trying to dig it to the bottom, trying to make it into the race of 5. Majulis continues to lead as they pull away from 3rd place of Chase Barber. The 11 of Cody Nevin trying to make everything he can. Now they're going to go 3 wide down the back straightaway momentarily. Salter gets in the back of Nevin that pushes him up there into Mason. Meanwhile, Blake Majulis continues to lead with Evan C. and Chase Barber, your top 3. Coming out turn number 4, 2 laps to go for Blake Majulis. Daniel Mills now in the final transfer spot. Chance Carr on outside, looking at Carr running on the high side. But coming out turn number 4, the white flags are waving. 1 more to go for Blake Majulis. FSC with a slide job. Majulis going to cross it back underneath out turn number 2. Down the back straightaway for the final time. He'll go into turn number 3. Cetus outside, out of turn number 4, picking up the win. Blake Majulis, FSC is 2nd. Chase Barber in 3rd. And coming home in that 12th and final spot is Daniel Mills in a 2:11. As we take a look at your official results on the board, Blake Majulis, Evan C., Chase Barber, Mason Inman, Cody Nevin, Jason Salter, Tristan Lasher, Richie Yost, Josh Fuller, James Braswell Jr., Devin Nelson, and Daniel Mills all qualify for the field of 24 that starts next week. Everybody else, they pack it up and they'll come back another time. The 13th spot be Chase Carr. 14th is Matthew Katina. Robbie Buchanan at 15th. J.C. Floyd 16th. 17th is Tyler Norco. Dylan Yeager at 18th. Daniel Mills in 19th. 20th will be Kyle Jarrett and Chris Beavers rounding out your field. We're going to see if anybody shows up for some post-race interviews. So don't forget, starting next week, a race of 5 with 400 to win championship for the champion, 200 for 2nd, 150 for 3rd, 4th is 100, 5th is 50, free entry. Don't forget, server number 2 will go up in right about 11 minutes, and it'll be live on the Hontz Performance Facebook page. Give these drivers a couple more minutes. Well. Yep, we're going to give them about 1 more minute. If they don't show up, we'll go ahead and end the broadcast as they get ready for race number 2. Live on the Hontz Performance. Don't want to miss out. Make sure to head over there after this broadcast. You've been watching Hontz Performance Super Late Balls brought to you by Ivy Decor. All right, well, they didn't show up. Well, we're going to call it a end. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching the Hontz Performance Super Late Models here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Don't forget, coming up next, the lobby number 2, where they will take another 12 drivers to make a field of 24 going on to next week, and then they will just do qualifying and a 50-lap feature for 5 races, and the champion will pick up $400 to win and a trophy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Steve McMillan here at Ultimate Dirt TV. We're going to sign off, say good night, God bless. We'll see you Monday night with the Bluegrass iRacing League Truck Series. Good night, everyone.